Good morning, friends. So I'm just out here doing morning chores. Got a big day ahead. Gonna drive up to the city, the big city today, and visit a couple of natural grocery stores. I don't go up to the Fayetteville area in Northwest Arkansas very often because it's a long ways away, but Thanksgiving is coming. I have a few ingredients that I would like to get that I just cannot find locally. And my next Asia Standard order won't be here until later. And so, Whole Foods and what's the other one? Natural Grocers or something like that. That's on the agenda for today. Good morning, boys. Having me. Friends, I'm happy to be partnering with Sanctified Supply Company. They are the people who make all of those great Biblical Feast t-shirts that you often see me wearing, and several more of the shirts that I have. You can find the link to their website in the video description down below and check out all of the things that they make. And when you shop there, you can save 10% if you use my discount code, Cornbread. Go check them out. So, Mr. Smith got a new truck. Basically the same truck he had before. Newer version, different color. So, if you are brand new here, about a week and a half or so ago, my husband and one of his best friends, Army buddy, were on their way home from a hunting trip in the Rockies and were involved in an accident. It was dark. You know, it could have gone very, very badly. But I won't rehash that entire story. You can watch the video where I talk about it. I'll link it down below or up in a card or something for you. So, y'all, we are still getting peppers out of the garden. Now, a lot of the stuff has died off. You can see like the cucumber plants here on this trellis are pretty much toast, although they're still trying to set blossoms, which is kind of funny. The beans on this trellis are long gone. As a matter of fact, my granddaughter came out here and was plucking all of the remaining pods off of the plants, and she had a ball with that. See what you got. What's that? What's in your hands? What you got? Let me see. Show me. Oh boy. You getting all the beans? Beans, that's right.
More.
There's more. Oh boy.
More.
As you can tell from the status of the basil plants here, it is mid-November and we have still not had a frost here in Northwest Arkansas, at least not where my house is. This is pretty amazing to see. Still green, flowering, purple, vibrant basil. And I've still got peppers producing all over the place. These are some of my cayenne peppers. Now we did come out here the other day and picked a whole bunch of them. We've got some of the Buena Mulatas down here, which are basically a purple cayenne pepper. Well, they start off purple and then they eventually turn red. We've got a bunch of the little jigsaw peppers down here. I love these pepper plants. I mean, look at these pretty purple blossoms. They're so pretty. And they produce these little bitty, you can see them here, little bitty peppers. And they start purple and then they eventually turn red when they're fully ripened. I've been out here harvesting tons of jalapenos and putting those up. Mainly just dicing them up or mincing them up and putting them in the freezer for recipes. And then over here, you can see I've got gobs and gobs of Tabasco peppers. And I haven't really done anything with these yet because, you know, this plant got in so late that it took a long time for it to produce anything. But as you can see, it's producing a lot at this point. Of course, everything is just green. So what I'm going to do is either this afternoon when I get back from my trip, or tomorrow morning, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to harvest every Tabasco pepper that I can find. And then I'm going to put it to use, but I will share that in another video. I cannot let these peppers go any longer because tomorrow night it is supposed to get into the low 30s. So I'm suspecting we could finally get our first frost. Look at this basil. Look at this thing is humongous. It's like 4 feet tall. And I've still got tomatoes producing all over the place. These little cherry type of tomatoes, just gobs of them everywhere. It's amazing. I've even got, now the plant's in rough shape because of the fungus on it, but y'all, there's still baby zucchinis down here. I don't know if you can see that down in there. Can you see that down in there? Baby zucchini in November. Crazy. And the cabbage that I planted a few weeks ago is doing great. Now, it is getting a few nibbles here and there, but not too bad. I'll be coming out here to cover these up to protect them from the frosts and freezes. Cabbage is very hardy and it can handle cold temperatures. Oh, I got some onions stuck under there. So these are my Egyptian walking onions that I planted all over the place. They are a perennial onion. I had these in Alabama. I love having these in the garden because they just keep on going. They just keep on going. There's nothing like having a perennial onion in your garden. Tomatoes everywhere. It's crazy. In November. We just keep coming out here and picking tomatoes. Of course, we're pretty much reaching the end. If we do get that frost, there won't be anything else left of this. And we'll just come out here and pull off all of the remaining tomatoes and probably just really give them to the chickens. They'll appreciate those. So I wanted to show you the flower on this basil. This is that cardinal basil. And I actually just grew it for the beautiful flowers. I mean, just look at that. That's amazing. You know, typical basil, when it flowers, looks kind of like that. Just a skinny stalk of little blossoms and then the little seed pods. But man, isn't that a beauty? All right, Sophie and Amos are probably wondering, where are you? We're hungry. All right, let me get down there and feed them. Hi, baby. Watch out. So we keep a swimming pool scoop out here by Sophie and Amos's water. And it lets us, clean out the leaves or sticks or acorns that fall into it so that we can keep it clean. At least keep it clean of debris in between cleanings. Sophie's over there sniffing the camera, so hopefully she doesn't knock it over. But this is very handy, especially in the autumn when you've got all the leaves coming down, the acorns falling like little hailstones everywhere, and pine needles. It's so funny when I'm driving in here because there's like this line of pine trees. It's hardwoods everywhere, but there's a line of pine trees that comes right down through here. You don't see a whole lot of pine here in this little part of the world. Hi, baby girl. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes. Good morning, baby. Oh, get the mud scratches. Oh, yeah. Sophie and Amos are putting on their winter coat. It's coming in, especially Amos. His coat's getting really thick. Isn't it, baby? So I get questions from time to time, people asking me about the accident that I had last year when Butthead over there, our miniature mule, kicked me in the head and almost killed me. It was not a good scenario. People have asked if I've healed fully, asked for updates and all that, and yeah, I don't talk about this stuff a whole lot. But yes, generally for the most part, I am healed. I do every so often have ice pick headaches, migraines, like episodes of them, but it's not very often, once in a while. And I don't recall having cluster ice pick migraines like that before. It never happened prior to the incident. Meow. Hi, baby. So this is Stumper, one of our outdoor cats. Of course, she gets her name from her stump tail that you can see here. And then we've got another one around here. Oh, there he is. If he comes over here, I don't know if you can see him in the shot. Nubsy! But the other one is Nubs. That's her brother. They're from the same litter where I used to volunteer at the county animal shelter in North Carolina. And I had brought Stumper home, and it was probably about 2 weeks later, I forget the time frame exactly. I had gone back into the shelter because I volunteered there taking photos and videos of animals to help them get adopted. But I had gotten this one and brought her home. And I think it was like 2 weeks later, I was like, okay, if that one is still there, because there was the entire litter of kittens, and a rescue had come and taken all but Nubs. And when I was going back, I was like, all right, if he is still there, I'm going to get him. Well, I generally did the dogs first, and then I would do the cats. And I was sitting out behind the building with one of the dogs in the run, taking his photos and all that stuff. And one of the workers pulled in and parked, and he looked at me and he said, "Hey," the manager, he said, "if you want that cat, take him." Well, they didn't know I was going to adopt him and pay for him that day, but they let me just take him home. And I said, "I'm happy to oblige." Stumper and Nubs. But as I was saying, my head is pretty much healed. I do have a scar. It's kind of in my hairline, so you can't really see it a whole lot. Hindsight 2020, I probably should have gone to the hospital. I didn't go. I'm one of those people where if I think I'm going to be okay, then I'm not going to go to the doctor. I don't go unless I feel like it's something that I can't actually treat and recover from very well. But I probably should have gone, because I do think it is likely that I did at the time have a skull fracture, because there is a ridge in the bone where the kick is, and it's not on this side, but it is on this side. So, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, if someone ever gives me a hard time about something and says, "What, were you kicked by a mule in the head?" I can say, "Yep." But I'm pretty stubborn, just like Amos, the mule who kicked me. But that is it for today, friends. I just wanted to kind of share the updates and all of that. We've got to go get the brand new washing machine out of Mr. Smith's truck, so that, because it looks like it's going to start raining here in a little bit. And then I'll be heading out on the road, doing the big trip to the other grocery stores. So, thanks for spending some time with me here at the Mountain Homestead. My name is Constance from Cosmopolitan Cornbread, and I'll talk to y'all next time.